So welcome back to Finding Forex, ladies and gentlemen. It has been such a long time since I've done a video, almost a month ago since I uploaded my last video. So I'm going to be finally uploading again. I say this now and then maybe in a few weeks time you will not get a video, and then maybe a few months time you might get another video. But anyway, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my sort of routines for trading in Forex whilst I work. As you know, that a lot of people do these vlogs. They say a day in the life of a millionaire Forex trader or a day in the life of a full-time Forex trader. Unfortunately, I'm not quite at that position yet. So I think this is a really unique standpoint where I can offer you guys some insight into how I balance work life and trading life. So it's going to be a very unique video, like I said about 1,000 times. Please, if you like this content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to be taught how to trade financial markets absolutely for free, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So it's currently Wednesday morning. On Wednesdays, I don't actually have any work planned. My job is actually Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And between those days, I'm trying to cram in about 40 hours of work. So very long days indeed. But it's also quite nice because it means also I get to trade from Monday to sort of Wednesday. And because obviously I don't start until about 11 o'clock because I'm a chef, I also get to do a bit of chart analysis in the morning. So my morning routine will be make a coffee, as you've just seen in the little intro segments, and then it'll be bringing the iPad down, bringing the laptop down. It will be replying to YouTube comments, whether that's on this channel or my other channel. And then doing some chart analysis, doing some fundamental analysis, and seeing where the day takes us. Also, on the topic of replying to comments and all that sort of stuff, I want to thank every single one of you for the crazy support over the last sort of few weeks. I know that I haven't uploaded for about a month, and we've still been growing at absolutely insane rates. 1.4k views as the time of recording this video on my last video, so thank you all so much for that. Tomorrow will be a slightly more interesting day because I've actually got work, and I'll be showing you guys how I sort of balance my work life with my trading life. So it's going to be very interesting. Today though, all I've got planned is to do a bit of washing and record a video for my other channel. So we're going to be taking you along for the journey and then seeing where we end up. If you want to see more of this content, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you are new and want to get free content on how to trade, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's a new day today, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday was, let's just say, not the most productive day in my life. As you guys know, I was going to be replying to some comments, look at scaling on some trades, recording a video, editing it, uploading it, all of that yesterday. Turns out I did none of that. So what I actually did is got the gameplay for that video, trimmed it a little bit, and then just didn't really do anything. Yesterday I didn't actually take any trades, as you saw in the clip just before this one. I'm looking at scaling in a couple of trades today. We'll see how those pan out. Yesterday I didn't take any trades because it's always quality over quantity with trading. You never want to be forcing the setup. Let the setup come to you, and trust me, when you do let this happen, it's just so much more relaxing. You're just so much more at ease. It's so much better for your mental ability, and you're not going to be stuck behind a computer screen for the entire day waiting for the trade to set up. Let the trade come to you and just be patient. Quality over quantity. So the rest of the plan for today is actually to just get this little segment recorded for you guys so you know what's going on. Today is actually work day, so I'll be taking you along for the journey to work. What I need to do is once I finish recording this, I need to actually get ready for work and then go to work. I cycle, so maybe I can get some clips cycling. If not, you'll get some clips at work. And then because I'm doing like 13-hour days, 3 days a week, I get an hour-and-a-half break, which is absolutely fantastic. So it gives me a perfect opportunity to check the markets on my break, to edit this video, and hopefully get this video out for you guys over the weekend. But that's the plan for today. It's not going to be a lazy day today. It's going to be a productive day. So let's get on with our days. So welcome back. Just a quick update, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got this gold trade that I'm looking on scaling into here. As you can see, we've got about 12 minutes before this 1 hour candle closes. If we can get a close above this horizontal resistance and trend line, I'll be looking to buy into the market. Ideally, I would like to see this candle close bullish. If not, a close above would be fine for me. That's just the way I trade. And then I'll be looking to target up here, which is the imbalance fill that we need to fill all this imbalance up here. We were looking at a roughly 1 to 9 risk to reward ratio, which is just absolutely crazy. Hopefully, NFP will come out the way we want to. I'm predicting that the banks will just use NFP as an excuse to move price to fill in all of this imbalance. We shall see, but at the moment, definitely looking to hold buys at least until tomorrow, because we've got higher lows, higher highs, just basic stuff that you learn at the very start of your trading journey. And if we can get a close above this, we're looking very, very good. Ideally, what I would like to see is it come at least into this area over here, and then I might scale out half of my position at about 1 to 1. But we'll see. We'll mark up this zone, see how price reacts when it gets to this area. If I feel like it's going to pull back or if it's going to reverse, I'll close the trade out. If I feel like that it's safe to hold, I'll hold it. And hopefully we can get this nice imbalance fill up there. As we always know, gold gains value over time. So now we are creating higher highs and higher lows. Gold also is just a valuable product that people like to buy. With NFP on Friday, with this imbalance over here, we're looking very good for buys, and hopefully this will be a very nice trade with a 1 to 9 risk to reward ratio. Hello from the future. Now I have some explaining to do, as this video was meant to be up quite some time ago. Actually, it was meant to be up on Sunday, and it's now the Monday, and this video is still not fully edited or uploaded. And there is a very good excuse for that. Basically, I uploaded a clip to YouTube to re-download to my computer so I can edit this video some more. Unfortunately, it got stuck on processing in HD for around about 13 or 14 hours. So it is now Monday, and I'm hoping to have this video up by Monday evening. Hopefully, all going to plan, this video will be live. I also want to say that I apologize because the clips are in completely different locations. This video was actually taken days apart. So I started recording on the Wednesday, I then continued recording on the Thursday, and I did a bit on the Saturday, which you'll see in a second. So some of the clips are a bit all over the place, and I do apologize for that. But nevertheless, please continue, enjoy the video. So welcome back everyone. This is exactly what I do on my lunch. Sorry if you can hear any background noise. I am in a very crowded place, and weirdly this is the only quieter place that I could get. So as you saw earlier on, I decided to enter a gold trade. At the moment the trend line is holding. Maybe some people might consider that wick there as a break of structure, but personally what I would consider a break of structure is when a candle closes below that certain zone. So at the moment I'll be waiting to see how this candle closes, but we are still creating higher highs and higher lows. So we've got a higher high there, higher high there. So we'll have to wait and see how this trade pans out. Right now I'm just going to go through all my pairs very quickly like I would do normally on my lunch break, and then just see what's happening with everything. So that's gold. US 30 I don't really trade anymore. Euro USD, if we go on to the higher time frames, this is just once again a very quick rundown. By the looks of things, we are respecting this sort of zone there. Could we create a high low or whatever? We'll have to see. At the moment we're creating a nice doji on the daily, so if that closes for the doji, that could be considered a double bottom, and then we'll look for some buys to the upside. That's Euro USD. Euro JPY, we've broken out the descending trend line. If we go into a lower time frames, we haven't really been back to retest it, or at least as much as I would like, so we would just probably mark off these highs here like so. Actually, to be fair, we could probably move that all the way across because it's been touched before, and use that as a nice zone. And this is just how I trade, nice and simple, and we don't need to keep anything complicated because there's no need to. So the gold trade that you guys saw me take earlier on in the video, I'm now recording this on the Saturday, so I'm going to be doing my Saturday analysis. So I'm going to be showing you where NFP took gold. You've got sort of like a before and after on a bias of where I think gold's going to go next. As you guys know, I said in that video or in that clip earlier on that I expect gold to keep pushing up, and NFP is going to be sort of an excuse, if you will, to fill the imbalance that we've got previously. So I'm going to be just quickly going over a market recap of the gold trade that I took, and I'm going to be going over a couple of Forex pairs. I'm going to be showing you guys sort of what I like to do over the weekend to prepare for the week ahead. And this is where we get onto my gold trade. So as you can clearly see, we've got some really nice structure going on over here. As you can see, we've got a sort of double bottom formation there, a higher low there, a higher low there, and a higher low here. All of that accompanied with higher highs. So at least for the short term, we would be looking for buys in the first place. Also, if you guys look towards up here, we have all of this huge imbalance over here. All of this space in that box is just imbalance. That is somewhere where the market wasn't able to put a fair price on buyers and sellers. Essentially, in that area, there was only sellers. So price is going to have to return to the candles before or halfway to fill that imbalance, so everyone sort of gets a fair buying or selling opportunity. More on imbalance later on down the line. But essentially why I took this is because we had a nice little trend line sort of thing going on here, along with the higher highs, the higher lows, all of that. We was looking in a very good position for a buy. So what I had was a long position. I think my entry was somewhere around here. We had our stop loss just below this wick, and we was targeting that top of imbalance. Now, what actually ended up happening is we hit to roughly the top of this range here, and then we pushed back down. Now once we saw this and I saw the big rejection, I actually decided to close the trade out, just because it was the weekend, it was Friday. I didn't want to hold the trade overnight in case there was some news that came out over the weekend and then the market gapped open, stopping me out and turning a nice winning trade into a losing trade. So I thought it was just best if I close out the trade early, and then potentially if we can break this little consolidation area that I'm going to box off now, we'll draw it from here to here. Potentially if we can break it to the upside, what I'd be looking for is something like this, and then maybe to fill up this imbalance before possibly continuing back downwards. We'll have to just wait and see on how price reacts in this consolidation and if it breaks out of it. So that's the sort of 4-hourly lookout. This is the daily lookout. As you can see, we've got a double bottom here, so there and there. And what we've actually done is, I do believe that all this bit here was the bit that spiked just below the zone. I've got marked up that bit. I do believe that that was just a liquidity spike, so it would be smart money taking out all of the orders that were here just to push price higher or lower, depending on how you want to look at it. So for gold, what I would ideally want to see at the moment is for price to break out of this little range that is going on here, like that. Ideally, I want it to break out of this to see some more upside movement, but obviously we'll have to wait and see this. Still, it could just consolidate, it could push up, or it could reject and push further back down. We'll just have to wait and see how this pans out. So let's do Euro USD. Euro USD is actually not very good at the moment in a way. We have this previous low here. So what would happen is if we was to break this low, I would be looking for something like that, and then a price to return to that previous low, maybe even to form a double bottom, and then we can look at some more buys for Euro USD. If we drop down to the 4 hour, like so, potentially if we was able to get a nice clean break of that, we could be looking at something like this. You could even put your stop just above that high there. Maybe even, I think that would be a safe bet. Stop there, target down there, 1 to 2, that's ideally what you want. And it'll be targeting a previous daily low, and ideally you're trading with a trend, because at the moment we are very much going downwards. You could say that's a break of a trend line, but we'll have to wait and see. I also do believe in smart money concepts and all of that good stuff, so potentially what could have happened is this spike here, this buying pressure here could have been something like that. And then what they like to do, smart money, if it was a smart money concept, is they like to go to 50% of the candle. So what they would do is they would buy here, they would push price up, stopping everyone out. So anyone that had orders in here, they would all be taken out now, because smart money has just stopped you all out. And then what they do is they come back to at least 50% of the candle. Normally they come up to 50% of the candle, and then they liquidate their positions, and then they push towards the downside. So what we might see is technically this is actually still a lower high as well. So you've got the 50% there. They've liquidated their positions, and now they're looking to push price further and further down. That's what it looks like is happening on Euro USD. If we go to a higher time frame, like the weekly, I don't normally do the weekly, but I think it's just good for everyone to sort of see where I'm at and how I'm sort of looking at the markets. The way you can see the weekly is we have some sort of double top here. And a double top is a really strong sign when the price pushes up to this bit, pushes down, but then pushes slightly lower, creating a lower high double top sort of formation, and then pushing lower. But what I might think's going to happen is we might just range for a little bit now, because that's just what it looks like. Just looking at price action in this area, we've created a lower high or a lower and then double topped, doubled out, so nothing's really happened. But then we sort of stalled at this area, and we've created a high low. So I think that we might see something like that, and then a few spikes as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Trading is so simple, it doesn't have to be complicated. All I do is trade solely from price action alone. I like to have clean charts. I just use support and resistance. I only use trend lines as confluences or sort of directional biases, because other traders have these lines marked up on their charts, and it's a good indication to see how price reacts on these zones. So at the moment, nothing's really happening with Euro USD on the weekly. On the daily, once again, potentially a double bottom formation. We'll just have to wait and see. I would not be looking to trade Euro USD, because although you could say we have a double bottom here, we also have a lower high there. So there's no sort of clear directional bias on the weekly, on the daily. So at least for the coming week, I would not be looking to trade Euro USD. If we look on Euro JPY, once again, nothing really happening. Nothing's really happened for quite a while. We had this really nice move over here. But since then, we've sort of trickled down, had a huge push towards the downside, and then nothing else has really happened. Let's go on to some of the GBP pairs. So we've got your GBP USD. If we go on to the weekly, just so you can see this, so I don't have to keep zooming out. We've got so many touches over here. So we've got there, and here. So we've got loads of touches, and price hasn't yet been able to break it. We're looking to break. If we can break, I would say 142, 447. Potentially, we could be looking for some more upside potential. you also have to look at this as a price action standpoint. We've got a higher high, a higher low. You've got lows, highs. So we've got nice upward structure. So I would still only be looking for buys on GBP USD. And that's half your battle. Once you've realized the direction, so in GBP USD's case, we're looking for buys now. Once you've established that you know what direction you're looking for, all it is about finding entries. And I'll have a video on entries coming out in the near future. At the moment, on the daily and the lower time frames, we're just consolidating. But consolidating is necessary because it will generate enough liquidity to then carry on with its move to the upside, or maybe it could just reverse and push to the downside. We never know. But thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like. I know that a lot of people aren't doing this sort of thing where they're working and they're trading, so it is very unique. So if you guys did enjoy this video and want to see more content just like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you did enjoy, make sure you do leave a like. But thank you all so much for watching. This is Luke, and I'm signing out. Peace.